Hello, everybody. Welcome to the review of round 17, where we've had some very interesting results this week. Some big upsets, some low scores, and yeah, like some great competition going on. Didn't lost for words. Didn't really know what to say really. So maybe we should just get straight into it. All right, so let's start with possibly the biggest upset of the season. And it was Rangers Anonymous ninth on the ladder, defeating Sugar Daddies, who obviously are runaway leaders at this stage and now could possibly lose top spot, although they have guaranteed a final spot and have guaranteed a top three position. But have a look at it. Rangers Anonymous 420 up 39.9 points. Defeated Sugar Daddies 378.5 down 15 points. If we have a quick look at the results, Kazai Pickett, pretty good game at full forward, not as good as last week, but still a very good game and up 9%. He got 29. Where Jesse Hogan had a great game, up 55% and got 56 for Sugar Daddies. On the other hand, Jeremy Cameron for Rangers Anonymous dominated, always does against Hawks. Was up 38% and got 54 points as a half forward. Would have got 66 as a full forward too, if you look at that. So 54 points as a half forward. I think he kicked 4 goals, 4 or something. So it could have been much. And a couple of those shots were pretty easy that he missed. So it could have been a much higher score. As for Ainsworth, didn't do too much. Utilities weren't that great on both ends, and Walsh was quite a fair bit down at 42%. In the ruck, Riley O'Brien was up 18%, got 50 in the ruck, massive score. Where Sherry has been really good lately and got 41. He was up 15% for Sherry. But 54 Riley O'Brien, very good score. Lockie O'Neill up 34%, got 74 as a midfielder. Also kicked 3 goals. So look at that, as a utility, we've got 116. So Lockie O'Neill dominated that game. And I don't know, is he... The umpires like him. Is he sneaky for the Brownlow? Sarong still got a very good score, midfield of 53, but was down 11%. Caniglio up 25%, was loopholed and got 50 for Rangers Anonymous. Where Wangani Malira also got 50 or 52 and was up 11%. And the halfback position, Boston wasn't that great, but Callum Wilkie was fantastic, up 27% and got 60 as a halfback. And both tacklers, good scores. The two best tacklers of the year. They were both down on their averages. Rowbottom got 35 and Real got 43. So if we have a quick look at the optimised lineups and who could have possibly have gotten a game. Still to be Rangers Anonymous with the win, 448 to Sugar Daddies 423. Cameron as the full forward and Charlie Cam. So both Camerons in the forward line, whereas it would have been Hogan and Wilkie as the half forward. Utility would have been Jerry and Draper in the ruck for Sugar Daddies, while Neil would have been utility and O'Brien as the ruck, as we know. Hopper and Canelio both on 50s. Sarong, Cully, and then Taranto would have been as a tackler with Rao there. So Rangers Anonymous 448 there. Good score. Where's it been all year? 420. Where's that been all season? It's a great result for Rangers Anonymous to beat Sugar Daddies. And we'll go to the next game. The next game, it was the derby. It was Gators Bitches 5th. Were defeated by Gods Olympus, who were 3rd. Well, Gators Bitches dropped down to 5th. Should I say they were 4th at the start of the day. Both teams got very low scores and not too much to talk about in this competition. In this game, 309.5 for Gators Bitches, down 68.6, where Gods Olympus 329.5, down 66.9. Kerno wasn't that great, neither was Stringer. Dylan Moore had a fantastic game as a half forward, up 51% and got 52. Gordon wasn't that great. I think Gordon stopped 3/4 time. I think Marshall stopped 3/4 time too. Bont, once again, missed easy goals in front. In the ruck, Big O was fantastic, up 19% and got 41. Midfielders were shocking. Halfbacks weren't that great, and the tacklers weren't that great either for that one. So might as well look at the optimised lineups because the rest of the teams were shit. Sorry, we're no good. Shouldn't swear. The optimised lineup would have been 410 for Gods Olympus and Gators Bitches got 352.5. Bolton would have got the full forward position, and Young would have got the half forward position, where the Gators pitches don't change, the utility spot don't change for both, rucks don't change for both. Midfielders would have been Short and Zorko, whereas Goulden and Whitfield would have come into midfield. Mick normally plays, or Whitfield stays where he is. Clark stays at halfback, and Andrews would have come in, 47. Then tackle would have been Goey and Yo for that one. But not that great for both teams. Low scores, bit of work to do. However, Gods Olympus get a break into third position and still have an opportunity to get top, where Gators pitches, big game next week against Sugar Daddies, and is clinging to that last finals position. Although we do remember he did win it from 5th last year. Just thought I'd bring that up. So let's move to the game of the round. It's the game of the round, and once again, the game of the round is some of the bottom teams who are having the best competitions and the closest competitions. This week, it was Bombers Forever get the win, 10th on the ladder, defeating Top Guns 8th. Top Guns still have a shot to make the finals. Bombers Forever, unfortunately, that's it for them. But let's celebrate this victory. It's 352.5. 2 out of the last 3 games. Both teams have won 2 out of the last 3, actually. 352.5, down 15.4 points. Defeated Top Guns 348, down 27.8. If we have a quick look at it, this comes down to the wire too. Rory led. They only need 2 more kicks or something, would have won the game. So maybe 2.5. But Tom Papley was pretty good as a full forward. Got 32, up 13%. Half forwards, did Heaney get suspended? I think it's a fine, but is he just cost himself the Brownlow in this game? Against North Melbourne next week, they won't miss him if he doesn't play, but still. He was up 3%, got 40, whereas Horn Francis was fantastic, kicked 3 goals, and has been really good lately. He got 47 as a half forward, up 28%. Zach Butters got 89.5 as utility and was subbed out at 3/4 time after having an argument with his coach. Where Noah Anderson got 88 and up 4% for Top Guns. The Rucks, Tim English got 38, which is pretty good, up 6%. Moyle, not that great, average 30. Sheasel, as a midfielder, got 63, up 17%, and also kicked a nice goal as well. We've got 100 as utility, so Sheasel had a very good game. Whereas we already discussed Laird. Other midfielders, Libby was alright, 45. Halfbacks, Luke Ryan, down 3%, but still 61 as a halfback. He does it every week, kills it. And both tacklers weren't that great. Have a quick look at the optimised lineup. It would have been 427.5 to 415. So Bombers Forever still would have got the win. So far as we can tell, the optimised lineup still would have the same results. Wines would have been the full forward. And Keys, who kicked 4 goals, I think, as well. Heaney, and that don't change. English would come in as utility, and Pendlebury. Jordan Sweet as a ruck, so it should have been a double ruck for Andrew. Got 427.5. Both teams have got good optimised lineup scores, to be honest. Williams, Sheasel and Anderson in the midfields with Butters and McKercher, who I think got 42 possessions or something. Stewart and Ryan, and then Libba and Ned Moyle as a tackler. So we'll have a quick commercial break and we'll be back right after this.
Whoa. Paul, look, it's a machine where if you press a button, it gives you Doritos.
Go get your mother. Here, try Cool Ranch.
Welcome back to Footywired Round 17 review. Let's move on to the next game. It's Seek and Destroy, who drop out of the 5. First time since early in the season have dropped out of the 5. Were defeated by Punters Paddock, who have been in great form lately. Although Well, the score wasn't that great this week, but still better than me. 314, Seek and Destroy to Punters Paddock 354.5. Very unfortunate result here because Seek and Destroy would have almost certainly have gotten the win in this game. However, they've loopholed themselves out of a loophole, unfortunately, and it's cost them just due to the fact that I think Vossi didn't have a chance to have a look at his team. But we'll go into that in a second. Lukosius and King weren't that great. Danaher and Dawson. Danaher still 35 wasn't that great either, but Dawson played most of the back line and had a shocking, almost cost me super coach. Oliver had to come in the utility and had a very bad game, actually. He almost cost me super coach too. He was shocking. Whereas Rosie had a game of his season. He was loopholed and he was up 62% and got 115.5 for Rosie. Kicked a goal, got 30, 40 possessions, whatever. What do you get? How many possessions? Actually, no, not that one. Let's go to this one. 19, 17. Someone help me out. That 35, 36 possessions. Had a fantastic game, 115.5. Then Curvis got 43 in the ruck, was fantastic. Gorn, so then Curvis had a really good game, up 15%. Gorn did get subbed at 3/4 time and was hobbling around in the third quarter, so was a bit injured. So he still got 28 though. Flanders was well down, down 22%, got 47, and Duncan was up 18%, got 43. Sinclair, good game, 53, and Chalor, as usual, up 22% and got 64. It was the halfbacks, Ridley 54, down 3%, and Newman 39. And for the tackler, should I say, still had a great game, 42, got his average, and Atkins was down with that one. So let's have a quick look at the optimized lineup. There we go. Seek and Destroy would have got the win, 432.5 to 420. Oscar Allen would have been full forward, 53, and Joe Danaher, the half forward, whereas Fritsch and Viney would have been in there. Now, Brayshaw, as we said, was loophole, got 111.5. I'll talk about that in a second. And the midfielders don't really change too much. And Keane would have been the halfback, and Richards as the tackler. So if we have a quick look at that one, the problem was Brayshaw was loopholed, and the players that he could have replaced him with already played. So Hewitt was playing at the same time, so he couldn't be loopholed. Parrish played the night before. Ryan played the same time, and Fisher played early in the day. If you're going to loophole someone, you can't leave it a blank spot. You need to loophole it with someone who is yet to play. So realistically, out of his whole team, probably Lukosius or a Flanders probably should have been loopholed, or a Duncan possibly should have been loopholed in that one. If you wanted to play a loophole. But it doesn't matter. It's unfortunate. Would have got the win. Would have stayed in the 5. Clear by a game as well, but unlucky. So let's move on to the next game. And this was a true 8-point game. Or realistically, 4 points. Anyway. Renegades, 7th, were defeated by Maltese Falcons, who moved into the 4. It was 341.5 for Renegades. Maltese Falcons got 414.5. Great score. Second highest score of the round. That high score went to Rangers Anonymous. Renegades were down 46 points, while Maltese Falcons were up 21 points on that one. Langford had a really good game. Got 27% and was loopholed. Got 40 as a full forward. And Mackay kicked the first 3 goals of the game. Got 48 and was up 46%. Mackay had a great game and then didn't kick another one until the last quarter, saying everyone in Kerno was useless, by the way. Anyway, Green wasn't that great, and Warner still down 6%, but got 39.5 for, which is a very good score. Merritt as a utility was really good with 96.5. And the same night, Dacos wasn't that great. Well, Dacos was still good, got 88.5, but he was still down 3%. Darcy got concussed at halftime and didn't play the second half, only got 16, where Meek was always going to dominate in the ruck. Unfortunately, didn't really matter much in the ground. Was up 32%, got 50. LDU got 58, and Tom Green got 59, so both the midfielders were fantastic. While Cripps continued to dominate and got 55, up 17%. I think he kicked a couple of goals as well. Halfbacks, serviceable. Her serviceable. May was serviceable anyway. Blakey wasn't. And Duckley as a tackle got 34 and Chris 27. Chris kicked a couple of goals as well, so would have been good full forward, half forward. And Miller was the interchange who got subbed out injured as well. So let's have a look at the optimised lineup. It would have been 415 to Renegades. Still not good enough. 480 is an optimised lineup for Falcons. Fantastic score. Full forwards stayed the same, whereas Warp would have been the half forward as well as Tracy. Tom Green would have been the utility with Caldwell and DeConey and Meek in the ruck. Dunkley and Critch as the midfielders. LDU and Dacos as the followers. Merritt, May, and then Jackson as the tackler, and Briggs as well. So both ruckmen as tacklers in that one. And Jackson, now Renegades will have Jackson as a possible number one ruck as well as DeConey, because Darcy will miss this week against the Hawks, but will dominate him in the ruck. Alright, so let's have a quick look at the team of the week. It was only 52.5, a little bit down this week. But Carroll will be in the full forward with Neil as a half forward. Rosie, utility. Meek as the ruck with Dunkley. Dacos as a follower. McKercher as a halfback. And Briggs as the tackler. So 1, 2, 3 Falcons. 1 Top Gun. 2 Rangers. Hunter's Paddock. And a Renegade. Have a look at the ladder. And it's starting to get interesting. As we said, Bombers Forever are out. 3 games to go. Runners Anonymous can still make it, as can Top Guns, because as I said, there's 3 games to go. Seek and Destroy drop out of the 5 on points 4, and it's not that much difference in points 4 either. 60, 70 points, so that's one bad week. And Gators Bitches hang on to that 5th spot, but Maltese Falcons go into the 4th. As we said, Maltese Falcons do have the easiest run home. And the Gods of Olympus give themselves an opportunity to get top spot, at least top 2. Punters Paddock and Sugar Daddies have occupied those positions for most of the season. So what we'll do here is we'll have a quick commercial break and we'll have a quick preview of next week's round.
And we're back. And it's 3rd and 12.
And there is Miss Catherine Webb. Wow, would you look at that burger? It is heating up in here. Am I dreaming, or is that blue cheese and hot sauce? Whoa. Holy moly. Holy moly, I'm definitely sweating.
I think that is 100% Black Angus beef.
Well, I'm 100% excited. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Hello.
It's the ultimate game day fantasy. The Buffalo Blue Cheeseburger. Only at Carl's Jr.
Welcome back to the round 18 preview. It's coming down, 3 weeks to go. It's coming down to the wire. Have a quick look at the AFL games next week. It starts off on Friday night with Collingwood hosting the Cats at the MCG. And then on Saturday, it will be the Swans and the Roos in Sydney. The Hawks and the Dockers in Tassie. 4:35 is at Marvel, and it's the Dogs versus the Blues. And then Saturday night is the Crows versus the Saints, and the Demons versus the Bombers. Then on Sunday, it's Gold Coast versus the Power. Richmond hosts the Giants at the MCG, and then the twilight game is the Eagles versus the Lions. Have a look at our fixture. Next week's games. So top of the ladder play bottom of the ladder. I thought I played Sugar next week. Obviously not. Who do I play? Oh, him again. Anyway, Michael, you could have made your fixture a bit better so you don't play the same team two out of 3 weeks. Just so you all know, I'm going to create the fixture next year. So I'm happy to take requests for any games that people might want, any blockbuster games. Bombers Forever play Sugar Daddies. It's Gods Olympus play Maltese Falcons. Seek and Destroy play Rangers Anonymous. Top Guns play Renegades. And Gators Bitches play Punters Paddock. So as you can tell, you're starting to play people for the 3rd time at the moment. Have a quick look at the run home, or the hardness of the draw, or whatever I've done. Alright, let's have a quick look at the hardness of draw or run home. As you can tell, the hardest draw falls to myself, Kenna, and Andrew. Andrew, so Sugar's got Andrew next week, and then they've got me and Mick. Coley has got me, and he's got Dash and then Kenna, whatever it is. Mick has got Sugar, Fennec, and Kenna. I've got Sugar, Coley, and Dash, so the top 2. Vossi's got Stiff, Kenna, and Andrew. So Vossi by far has the easiest of draw according to the ladder position, that is. Stiff has Vossi, Fennec, and Dash. Fennec, Mick, Stiff, and Andrew. Dash has Coley, me, and Stiff. That's Stiff's next week. That's a big one. If Dash wins, he's equal points with Stiff. Kenna has Coley, Mick, and Vossi, and Andrew has Sugar, Vossi, and Fennec. Alright, so that concludes this week's Footywired Round 17 review / Round 18 preview. Thanks everyone, have a great night, and